Praise the Lord. Welcome to our daily broadcast, The Word of Faith. So, we are starting a new series today, Burden Bearers. Okay, Burden Bearers. What does this mean? That means sometimes in life when we go through difficulties, struggles, loneliness, depression, worries, tensions, afflictions, adversity, problems, God sends burden bearers in our life. You have to recognize them, you have to understand they are God sent to help you to remove that burden in your life. You understand this? So what they will do is, when they will come and they will counsel you, they will strengthen you, they will give you advice. You understand this? So they will lift you up, they will encourage you. So God will send burden bearers in your life. You have to understand, you have to recognize them. You understand this? Because in life, when we are going through all these things, we need someone to help us. And we cry out to God, Lord, remember me, Lord, help me. And God will send these burden bearers you have to recognize. See, there was this man, he was in a flood situation. In that flood, he cried out to God and said, Lord, help me. So somebody came with a boat. In the water was rising to the first floor. Somebody came with a boat and said, jump in. He said, no, my God will help me. That boat left. And again he prayed, Lord, remember me. And somebody came with a boat the second time. This time the water was in the second floor. So they said, jump. And they said, go, my Lord will help me. And the building was only 3 stories. So he went on the 3rd story. He said, God help me. And then somebody came with a helicopter. He said, come. He said, no, go, my Lord will help me. And then he died. He drowned and he died. And when he went to heaven, he asked, Lord, I prayed and I cried out to you. Why didn't you help me? Then the Lord said, 3 times I sent help to you, you did not recognize. You understand? So in your problems, in your difficulties, in your situations, God will send burden bearers. They will come into your life exactly at the point where you are in your crisis, in your opposition, in your strife, in your problem. When you don't know what to do, you are disturbed, you are worried, you are tense. So what God will do is, in answer to your prayer, He will send burden bearers. So you have to recognize them. You understand? You, like this man, you should not avoid them. Like this man, you should not ignore them. You have to be wise, you have to receive them. They are coming to help you, they are coming to assist you. That is an answer for your prayer. So throughout this week, I'm going to talk of different burden bearers. So today, Ruth chapter 1 verse 16. Naomi had 2 sons. She left Bethlehem and she goes to Moab. There, her 2 sons die and her husband dies. She becomes lonely. She becomes all alone. And she plans to return to Bethlehem. So one of her daughter-in-law, that is Oprah, leaves her and goes to her parents. But Ruth, look at Ruth 1:16. But Ruth said, entreat me not to leave or to return from following after thee. For wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die. Where you will be buried, I will be buried. The Lord do so to me, but death, okay? So verse 18, Ruth 1:18. When she saw she was steadfastly minded to go with her, she left speaking unto her. Long story short, so what happened is, when Naomi said to her daughter-in-law's return, one of her daughter-in-law, she returned, but Ruth clung with Naomi. Naomi was lonely. She lost everybody. She lost her 2 sons. She lost her family. She lost her husband. She was lonely. Now Ruth, her daughter-in-law, became her burden bearer. Now notice what happened. Because she became her burden bearer, every day she used to go to the field to bring some food to her mother-in-law. When she went to the field, she was noticed by a rich man called Boaz. And Boaz happens to be the relative, and Boaz marries Ruth. Then they have a son called Obed. Obed becomes the grandfather of David. And then he comes in the genealogy of Jesus Christ. So how far did God bless Ruth just because she was a burden bearer for Naomi? Understand this? So when you are a burden bearer for somebody, God will bless you so far. Okay, God bless you.